Okay, so how do I relieve neck pain? And neck pain that sort of goes into the shoulders, something that's two symptoms that are very commonly associated with one another. Now, if you've just had them for a day or two, something like that, and it's just a little bit of tension across here, chances are you're just not sat properly at work. You need to sit up, you need to sit up straight, you need to actually be in line, head over the shoulders, etc. Now, when you're sat at your desk and you're in this position, sort of slouched over doing your work, your spinal position is, instead of being like that and nice and in line, you're really leaning forwards, and what that does is that takes your head, which is a big weight, and actually pulls it significantly forwards of where it needs to be. And what happens is the muscles that are trying to maintain that position from just falling forwards are having to work harder than they otherwise should be. What that does, that puts a lot of compression through these discs in the neck, through the joints in the neck, and it starts to become stiff. Your muscles become tired and they're producing a lot of lactic acid. Muscles aren't designed to actually just constantly hold tension, not these ones anyway. You're supposed to be balanced, you're designed to be balanced, and if you're not adhering to that principle at your office, at work, etc., then it's not going to be comfortable for your neck and your shoulders. So the very easy fix is to just stay standing upright. Now, if symptoms are persisting for a week or 2 weeks, then you really need to go and see someone to actually get some treatment done on the neck. Get a professional, an osteopath or a chiropractor would be the best to actually evaluate your posture, how you're standing, and is there some injury that's starting to creep into this, which is why the neck pain isn't going away in a couple of days. Now, medicating at this point, taking the pain away with painkillers, is really not advisable. You're clearly doing something which is stopping your neck recovering properly, and just medicating the pain away is a surefire way to make it last longer and become a chronic issue. So please don't do that, because you'll come and see someone like me a couple of years down the line and it won't be very good. So make sure, avoid painkillers if the pain is persisting beyond a couple of weeks, and actually see someone that's going to do some treatment to your neck, give you the appropriate postural advice, and potentially some rehabilitation protocols. Now, the other big thing that will really help you guys at home is actually, what are you doing in the evenings? Because a lot of people just attribute this to work. If you get home, and especially with things like Netflix nowadays, it's easier than ever. You pop yourself into bed, you've been sat down for 6-8 hours, you've been commuting on the train or the tube here in London for a couple of hours as well, there and back. And then you get home, you put your pajamas on, you sit in bed with the other half, and you just sit there like that, watching a Netflix series. And you watch a couple of episodes at the same time, and what you're doing is just sat there like that, really comfortable for hours on end. And what that does is that slowly, instead of having that neck in that really nice position there, it slowly starts to curve it around here. Okay, starts to stretch all these structures out, and then you stand back up and you're in that position, and that's not very good, that's not very efficient. And this is something that happens over a couple of months and potentially over a couple of years, and these muscles start to get really gritty. Just don't do those things. Think about how you're using your posture. Keep yourself up straight. If you're going to watch TV, sit in a proper sofa. Don't watch Netflix in bed. It's not a particularly good thing for your neck. And if you can do some of those things or drop out some of those things, your neck pain will, one, resolve very quickly with any conservative treatment, and two, you'll really be in a much better place, as neck pain can really, really affect your performance at work. It makes you irritable, it makes you uncomfortable, it makes you perform less well. And it really can affect people in a lot of ways, as we see when people come into the clinic here. So just take care of your posture. It's so important, it's so easy. Aside from those that are unfortunate in accidents or to get injuries, a lot of chronic neck pain can really be avoided. So please take your posture into consideration, as it will really help.